Қазіргі сабақты бастамас бұрын сілтемедегі слайдты ашып алыңыз. Бұл негізі 37. Okay. So, what is the structure of IELTS writing part 1? So maybe you are like worrying, I don't know how to write, I even don't know like English language properly, I'll have some problems. No, don't worry. Even my students which had pre-intermediate level like could write very good, even some perfect essays in task 1 and task 2 also. All of this can be just tackled by the structure. So that's why I love structuring, I love strategies in every single question. I think you have noticed it yet, right? In writing part 1, here the structure is like this. So you should, okay, let me tell, that is not the exact strategy. It's just my recommendation for you. You can add some points or you can even remove some of them, but I won't recommend you to do it. Just do that or add something but not remove, because I try to cover only the main structure. Okay? So in paragraph 1, there is going to be an introduction to your writing. So don't worry, we will have a deep dive into every single paragraph. In paragraph 2, overview of main features. What is overview? How to write it? Don't worry, we will talk about that. Details of main feature number 1. So main feature of this illustration. What is the most, when you look at this illustration first, so what do you notice? Okay. Next, details of main feature 2. Next, that's the first thing you have noticed. What is the second thing you are noticing? And like this. Okay, and like there's extra tip for you. You could hand a band 9 answer when a stranger will look at your paper, read your task 1 essay, and draw this table or diagram, so this illustration in his own mind. If the examiner could like write this table or diagram or map in his own mind while reading your essay, it means you're doing perfect. Okay, how to do that I will teach you, don't worry. Okay, next, paragraphing and grouping ideas togetherly logically helps the reader to understand everything more easily. Yeah, you're also going to learn how to paragraph and group your ideas. Okay, so in introduction, you need to begin with 1 or 2 sentences. Don't like only 150 words, no more required. It doesn't mean yet like if you write 150 words, you cannot reach 9. No, you can get a 9 score if you write just 150 words. If you're writing even 200 words for writing task 1, but there is no sense, there is no grammatical or structure follow, there is no structure follow, you still can get 6 or even lower. Okay, so it means it doesn't depend, so word count doesn't depend, you just should reach the limit, that's all. Next, when we counted this, I just think that 1 and 2 sentences are pretty enough for introduction, so for your 150 words word count. Your introduction must have title, like paraphrase, identical name of the graph, type of the graph and chart, key, legend, time frame, and measurements. Okay, what is the title? Title is percentage participation of men in senior development position, like here. And what is the legend here? The legend is these 3 companies, so IBM, Microsoft, and Apple. So time frame, like from 1980 to 2010, and measurements, it's the percentages. Okay, if all of this title, legend, time frame, and measurements are included in your introduction in 2 sentences, your introduction is perfect. Look, example, percentage participation of man in senior development position is presented by a bar chart. The data varies among the three computer companies for the period of 1980 and 2010. The vertical axis depicts percentages, while the horizontal one years. Look here. If you read this two sentences, you know everything about this, almost everything about this bar chart, right? Actually, it's called a bar chart. Maybe you have noticed that, you can just write the title right away. There is no need to paraphrase it, to use other words in order to show your strong vocabulary. No. What you should do, this method should be used in writing task 2, because writing task 2 is actually weighted more, right? But task 1, it's pretty enough just to write these words, okay? In this manner. Overview. An overview is one of the first things an examiner looks for, because it shows them that you can identify the most important information from the graph or chart and clearly identify overall trends and comparisons. So what does mean overview? Overview is the overall trend, okay? It means overview is a word description of the graph. This is the most important part of your whole essay, and in every chart. So let me tell. IELTS examination task 1 is structured in the way that there are only 2 or 3 main points in every task 1 question. Only 2 or 3 main points. Don't worry, it's checked before you even reach this paper, okay? For example, overall, the consumption of fish and chips declined over the period, and so it means when there is a there is a line graph, the overview going to be what is the end, from the end till the end, the consumption declined or increased, okay? So, but if there is a map, for example, overview is going to be that there has been changes, yeah? If there is a bar chart, the country that reached more is this country, the less is this country. That's the main point. Or when there is a pie chart, the most important, the most one that has more percentages is this one, and while the least is this one, like this. So that's your main point. How do you write your paragraph 1? In paragraph 1, just group your ideas. You have this slide totally, and you can look at this, read them carefully, and because I can miss some points because there is a time limit in our video, only 10 minutes. So that's why it's not my fault, guys. Okay, don't worry. Just look at these slides, and if you read carefully, you can understand each sentence, I hope. And here in body paragraph 1, just in every type of illustration, you can group your ideas. For example, if there is a diagram, a line graph, and there are 4 companies, right? 2 of them are declining, 2 of them are rising, so increasing. And you can write the first 2 together and the second 2 together. But here, task 1 checks your ability to compare, okay? So, and it means you should use comparison in your writing task 1, okay? So, you will have just look at these slides, and you could understand everything properly, okay? I will guarantee you that one. Look at the grammar of part of the slide also, and how can you use comparative and superlative part. Why are they important? Is because, let me repeat it, task 1 checks not your ideas, not how can you express your argument, but how can you see the main important features of the graph. why this is checked in your, like, as part of your English assessment is because after, like, it's academic test, and in academic IELTS, in universities, for example, or in colleges, you are going to do lots of stuff like this. In writing task 1, you should analyze some graphs and tables in your research papers, and that's very the steps that you need, okay?